Hi guys, I'm Kate. Welcome back to my channel. Because I think that the best way to deal with shortcomings is to laugh at them, besides, improve them. Today we're going to be talking about writing weaknesses. I've been thinking about this a lot with NaNoWriMo on the horizon and the crazy 30-day, 50,000 words schedule. Weaknesses are bound to show up, but today we're going to laugh at them. This will be a shortened, abbreviated list for time's sake and for my own vanity. So I have 4 things that I've come up with that just plague me as a writer, that I continue to struggle with, but I'm hoping I'm kind of incrementally improving. Maybe I'm just deluding myself, though, to be a writer. So the first thing I struggle with is description. Description everywhere in the story. What does this character look like? What does the castle look like? What is the world like? Just putting in description. I think of things a little bit more like a screenplay, maybe. I just get so excited to write about the plot points and the characters and what they're doing that the actual description of the scene, to paint the picture for the reader, kind of goes by the wayside, and I don't end up including it until the second or third draft. I have to think that it'd be easier if I just included it in the first place and cut stuff out later, but for whatever reason, my brain just hasn't processed that yet for the first draft. I just don't do it. Man, oh man. Description, just why? The second thing I'm awful at is naming. Confession time, and if you've watched a previous video, I know I've mentioned it somewhere, but I've got an entire story not knowing the main character's name. I literally just referred to her as MC for main character. That draft is just kind of sitting at the moment, but I still don't have a name for her. There's just nothing in my head that feels like it fits, and maybe I just don't always care that much about names. Certain stories I think naming is really important, but other stories I'm like, she's a Johanna, she's a Matilda, she's a Maria. What do I know? What does it matter? This also transfers over into insert cool name of place here. My third writing weakness is wrapping up storylines. I notice this especially when I'm going back to edit previous first drafts, and I'll read it through and be like, wow, that was a really cool section of story, only to get to the end of the draft and it never appears again. Ever. I just let it go. Just let it run free. And I really like those little hints at things. I think those are so cool. I like incorporating them, but first draft me just is incapable of wrapping it all back up. So I have a whole lot of work in the redraft stage to try and be like, okay, this one's worthwhile, this one's worthwhile. How do I make them back into the story? I guess it's good that I think of them in the first place and include them, even if I don't manage to actually wrap them up at the end. So while this is a weakness, I think it's one that is slowly improving. I'm trying to look on the positive side because as this video goes on, I'm just kind of like, am I the worst writer ever? Is that a thing? Is that me? The fourth thing that I struggle with as a writer is a technical thing, and it is verb tense. Now, I usually catch these in edits and in redrafts, but I guarantee you, once every couple chapters, I will mess up the verb tense. I will F it up totally. It's usually when the story is written in third person past tense, and when one of the characters is referencing something that happened previously, or they're telling their own story about something that happened previously in the novel, and then I just really mess up the was, and the it had happened, and it happened, and it's just not good. And this is just, it plagues me because it is the same issue every time. You think I would be better at it by now, and I'm not. The better writing choice is just to find one word that replaces the kind of jumble of words that was really confusing me and screwing me up, which is what I do, but for some reason it's still eluding my first draft brain. And so hopefully, one day, my first draft brain will improve. Okay, that's all of my writing weaknesses. Well, that's the short and abbreviated version of my writing weaknesses. Please comment down below with your own writing weaknesses. Tell me of your woes and the things that plague you, but also please tell me about things that you're good at too. What are your best writing strengths? What are you just really, really good at? When you read your writing over, what is the thing that just stands out and that you absolutely love about your own writing? Is it your quick-witted dialogue, your pacing, your ability to increase the tensions? Is it description? And if it's description, comment down below and help a girl out, please. Alright, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe below to see more. I'm going to get back to writing. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see y'all very soon with a new video. Bye. Why?